Hi everyone, this is Sid Grosvenor, your Lake Chapala information guy and buyers only exclusive realtor. Today we're interviewing Jason Mills of eSun Energy here at Lake Chapala, Mexico at his store. Hi Jason, how are you today, sir?
Fantastic. Good afternoon, Sid.
Well, thanks so much for taking your time from your very, very busy day and sharing with our visitors and our viewers a little about your operation here. Maybe you could demonstrate the system to us right now?
Okay, sure. Absolutely, Sid. Yeah, we'll start out here by letting you know eSun Energy here, we're solar energy specialists, and our main focus really are solar electric systems. We're talking about systems that are producing electricity through the use of solar electric or photovoltaic modules. Here we have an example of a photovoltaic module. This is a high efficiency monocrystalline, if you will, solar electric panel. And again, I use the word photovoltaic, which means photo means light, voltaic means produces electricity. So these panels produce electricity, and these should be distinguished from those types of solar panels that are used to produce water, hot water for a swimming pool or for domestic water use. So here we have an example of one single solar panel, solar electric or photovoltaic module or panel. And a typical house may have between 6 and say 20 of these modules on the roof. It's really going to depend on what the usage, the electric usage or consumption is in the home.
Right, sure.
Okay, so we would have these electric modules typically on the roof, and then after we connected them up on the roof, they produce DC electricity. DC electricity is fine, but in order for us to use that in our home, what we will need is this device here, which is called an inverter. This brand is Keiko No Energy. Its main job is to convert the DC electricity coming from the panels into AC electricity that we use in our home. Again,
Right.
DC comes in, AC comes out. From there, we feed the AC electricity into our main panel, or our breaker box, as a lot of people refer them to. And from here, basically, we're feeding all of the circuits in the home. So we're providing power for your refrigerators, for your lighting, all of your appliances, your computers, your pumps, your motors, etc. And here we can see we've got an example of an electric meter. So during the daytime, when we're producing more electricity than what we're consuming, we're actually sending the rest back to the grid, the electric grid, and in this case, in Mexico, the CFE. Here we can see we're going to the left. And so during the daytime, we're putting our excess energy into the grid, and the nighttime, when the sun comes down, this meter would actually stop spinning, and then it would start spinning forward again, using those credits that we produce during the daytime. And
So in effect, you're sort of selling electrical energy during the day to the electric company, and in the night you're buying it back.
you got it. You're exactly correct. We're actually using the grid as the electric grid, or in this case the CFE, as our storage mechanism. And it works out really well. It is completely legal here in Mexico. We take care of all the contracts and agreements with the federal utility. And then basically, if we were to be gone, for instance, on vacation or here half the year and gone half the year, any credits that we produce during that time would be rolled over to next month. So it's a really good economic benefit for us here.
Well, that sounds great. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we close out today?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, let's talk a little bit in general about electricity.
Okay.
Because one of the things that surprises a lot of folks when they move to Mexico, they think, well, hey, everything in Mexico is cheaper. Well, in general, that's true. However, electricity is definitely one of the exceptions to that rule. Why is that? Well, approximately 40% of the electricity in Mexico is made from petroleum. So what we'll see for our typical residential rates here, our electric rates can be around 35 cents a kilowatt hour. About 35 cents. Now, if you're from the U.S., the U.S. national average is about 9 cents, 10 cents a kilowatt hour. Canada is even lower. So electricity here in Mexico is about 4 to 6 times more expensive than what we're used to paying for. Why is that? Because of this graph here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this very well or not, but this is petroleum production in Mexico from 1995 and to 2008. Well, we peaked here production in 2004. So what's happening, we're in severe and rapid decline in production. So every time the price of petroleum goes up, so does the price of electricity. And this situation, unfortunately, is probably not going to change. So a solar electric system can be an excellent way to cut down or completely eliminate your electric bill, as well as contribute to making a better world and making a better environment for current and future generations. And we're really excited about the technology. Like I said before, a little bit about a background. You know, we've been doing this for 12 years now. So this isn't something we just thought was a good idea. Started in California in the U.S., worked all across the U.S., and you know, all levels of the industry, from design, installation, manufacturing, as well as wholesale distribution. So here we are in Mexico. These systems make great economic sense. We can see a return on investment in 5 to 6 years, as well as return on investment in percentage in about 12 to 13%. So an average system may cost somewhere between, let's say, $10,000 and $15,000. That money, for instance, if you had sitting in an account somewhere, maybe if you're lucky, you're making 2-3%, or if you're not so lucky, you're losing 2 to 3% per year. You could take that money out, invest in a solar electric system, and see really good, solid returns that are low risk. Really, the systems we're looking at lifetime on the panels. Guarantee alone is 25 years. The inverter is 10 years. So this is something that really is going to be producing electricity for a long time to come. And it's really a good way to hedge against future rate increases, which we really can't control, the price of energy. And it's going to be more of an issue even in the future than it is now.
So really, as the rates go up, the savings go up at the same time.
You're exactly right. It is a hedge. It's a way of protecting ourselves, because we can't really control the price of gasoline. We can't control the price of anything associated with that. However, we do now have an option, at least with our electrical use. And we can really do great benefits for, like I said, for our wallet, as well as for future generations. And apart from all that, solar energy in general is just something that's absolutely fascinating, and it's fantastic feeling just to know that you can produce your own electricity, you can heat your own hot water, everything from the sun, which in Mexico, for those that have been here, know that we have an overabundance of sun, and we can turn that sun into an advantage for us and use it.
Wonderful. I can't wait to get my own system, Jason. Well, everyone, I first want to say thanks, Jason, for the wonderful presentation. And everyone, stop by and see Jason at eSun Energy right here in Lake Chapala. This has been Sid Grosvenor, your Lake Chapala information guy, an exclusive buyers-only realtor looking after you on location here at eSun Energy. Hasta luego.